We have a great association with Dr. Ben Bikman. He is an incredible scientist, knows so much about insulin, the effects that fat cells have on our health, and he's teamed up with our company as a science advisor, and we sure appreciate his wisdom.
As much as we focus on GLP-1 and its benefits, there are some considerations when we start to try to hijack that pathway with all of these injectables that take our GLP-1 level in a person where it should be normally and takes it on a scale of 1 to 10 up to an 11. There are considerations, and specifically there are two that I worry about as a metabolic scientist. One is the so-called control of cravings. People will report with these injectables that they just stop craving indulgences and food in general. This is because the intestines start to slow down to a point of almost being paralyzed, where food will start stay in the stomach for hours to even days, when it should just be 2 or 3 hours. So this paralysis of the intestines can become potentially catastrophic. Second, and potentially, when coupled with this first, potentially problematic, it is that at this very, very high level that the injectables give with GLP-1 agonists, you actually start to have the potential to create more fat cells. So overall, fat mass goes down, but fat cell number starts to go up. Now remember, it's not the number of fat cells that's a problem when it comes to our metabolic health, it's the size of every fat cell. So the fact that the net effect is that the fat cells are smaller, even though there are more, there's a metabolic benefit to that. However, remember that first problem, which is that the person can start to out-eat, or they overcome the craving control and they start to crave things again. Or they decide they're tired of feeling a little nauseous and they get off the drug. So they start to eat the same way they did before. Now they have more fat cells than they did before. And this could very well explain why people who have been on these injectable GLP-1 agonist drugs or these GLP-1 activators, that when they get off the drug, their weight gain returns very rapidly to where it was and usually goes well beyond. They have more fat cells than they did before, and their potential to store more fat is greater than it was before they were ever on the injectable drug. So my advice then, don't take advantage of the pathway to that degree. Don't hijack it. You want to have a natural activation of GLP-1 based on the food you eat.